Okay, I'm almost. Welcome in. Give me 1 second. We're doing a collective message. Okay. I know I was tripping. Something was off. And this is it. Okay. Welcome in. Welcome in. Shapeshifter. The mask. Animal. So there's somebody in your energy who's barbaric, to say the least. They're like, they don't have humanity. This person is trying to attempt to stop your flow. Okay, we have the seed here and the animal. So again, somebody's trying to, it's like a body of water. So when you drop something in it and ripple effects happen. Like when you throw a pebble into the ocean, somebody's trying to fuck up the flow, right? By causing some sort of ripple effect by throwing something out. Look at like the animal keeps coming out. This person has no humanity. You hear what I'm saying? Cards are fucking flying and throwing. The medallion in the reverse. This person does not want you to be seen as something valuable. Fault line. So something's getting ready to crack. I hear crack. The Starborn confirmation. Somebody is doing spell work. It's not working, but they're doing it nonetheless. It is what it is. Okay. This is a general, this is a collective message, so take what resonates and leave the rest. I am Intuitive Lights here, Jay, and this is a safe space for you to heal the mask, the bardo. It's like somebody wants you to be in limbo. Somebody wants you to be in between. Somebody wants you to be working, and feeling like you're never getting the destroyer, never getting what you deserve, okay? So just don't fall in alignment to that energy, because right now is a very strong time for manifestations, period. So if you're manifesting, which I do believe you should be, especially if you're a part of this collective, the last thing you want to do is manifest negativity into your life, because that's what's being sent to you. So yeah, just be mindful. Just be mindful, okay? God, angels, and ancestors, you need clear and concise messages. The vow, the mother. There's been a promise made to you. I feel like this is a divine promise. Nobody can stop this. Distortion of this message, I declare you do vanish and find it. We intend to use it right to immediately and indefinitely. Ashe. The vow. The first time I saw this vow card, it came out in the upright, and then it came out in the reverse. So somebody made a vow to you, a promise to you, and they broke this. Okay? They broke this vow. So this could be somebody you know, somebody from your past. The underworld in the reverse. So this was somebody who couldn't get you to remain in your shadow side, in the darkness with them. This animal energy here. The cave. Yep. It's like This person wanted to keep you in darkness, not realizing that you shine even in the darkness, even in the cave. The father at the bottom of the deck. So this could be a father figure to you. This could be a baby dad, or just a male who has kids. Could even be an uncle. Desert. The desert fell on top of the bow and the spell work, as well as it says Animudu. So this is the spell work, but either way, the desert fell on top of this. So this, thank you for the rose. This person is not receiving any of your energy. This person can't produce anything of their own. They're literally dried out. Like, this desert energy is somebody cannot produce. Somebody cannot sustain. Somebody cannot survive without access to somebody else's energy that is of the light. That's what this animal energy is. This person literally demolishes. We have the heart here. Somebody no longer has access to your heart. The comic, they thought this was a joke though. See, these people laughed at you, and all of these cards fell on top of the animal. The comic, the heart, the desert, the offering in the reverse. They thought that it was a joke to offer you up, to make you some sort of sacrifice, to make you self-sacrifice. These people genuinely did not look at you like a human being. This is what I mean by they have no humanity. The Bardo. This is the in-between energy. Like, the dead and the living. So somebody passed over, or your ancestor, your ancestry, your team saw this person from the other side, from the in-between. The king, confirmation, God himself saw this person in the in-between. The king fell right on top of the animal and the Bardo. God saw this person. Thank you for the crown. Thank you for the love. The threshold. So somebody was trying to cross your boundaries. You see this? But it's like they're getting burnt for trying to attempt to cross your boundaries. The crone. See, again, this is ancestry spirit team energy to me. They saw this person doing this spell or doing these things. The ring in the reverse, the threshold and the upright. Somebody tried to surpass, or it's like somebody tried to push through your divine protection. And that's where they had the game fucked up. That's what I just heard. That's where they had the game fucked up. Okay? The hunter in the reverse, the sword in the reverse. Somebody tried to literally push through your divine protection, and they're getting their ass handed to them. Like, this person thought they wanted smoke until they got it. They thought it was funny. They thought this shit was funny. And that's why they're being handled the way they're being handled. They thought it was funny. Empty room at the bottom. It's like somebody wanted to make you feel empty, worthless. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not doing free questions. This is a collective message, though. However, the storm, somebody's getting their ass handed to them for attempting to, and I say attempt because this is not working. They attempted to surpass your divine protection, and they're getting their asses handed to them. That's just what it is. The eternal child in the reverse. Wow, somebody could have even attempted to do this to your child. If you have a child, even if you don't have a child, you can have like a business that you consider to be your baby. You can have a animal or whatever you consider to be your child. The vision. So they came for something that was in essentially the energy of a child, even if it's not an actual child. They came for what was yours. Okay, what you protect in the sense of a child. It's crazy. This even gives me womb energy with the vision here. Somebody tried to attack the stone again. Somebody tried to throw a stone, throw a rock, and hide their hand. Confirmation, and they were caught. The destroyer. Yeah. Somebody tried to throw a big ass boulder at you and then try to walk away. Like, you didn't just throw that big ass boulder. We saw you. The girl, you found the right one. You got the right one on the wrong day. The flame in the reverse. Child, somebody really thought they was gonna come over here and fuck with you, and they wasn't gonna reap any consequences to their actions. I don't know, child. The father, this person thought they were gonna come over here and throw this rock and hide their hand and call themselves the destroyer of something that is precious and something that is precious and something that you hold near and dear to your heart. And they thought they was gonna walk away laughing and laughing, calling you some sort of joke, child. And now they're the joke here. This storm that's being caused because of what they did, they've now become the joke. They are now the joke. So this just seems like to me a return to sender investment that these people made with this seed here. Somebody planted a seed with this spell work here, and it's backfiring. That's exactly what is happening. The seed in the reverse of the spell work. Yeah, somebody thought they was gonna just drop that little piece of bullshit in your waters, and then walk away. Whole time, you are protected. Okay. These white candles, maybe your spirit team is even leading you or guiding you to light white candles. The prayer in the reverse. Somebody thought you don't pray, and this what this energy gives me is they thought you light candles and you don't pray when you light your candles, and that's where they failed, obviously. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, somebody didn't see you as some sort of prayer warrior. I don't know if they just thought that you just somebody thought they were going to put some pressure on you. But the pressure that they put on you only further made you a diamond. Only further made you the light. With this erode, it's like, I'm going to put so much pressure on this person that they break, that they snap, but the castle, something could have happened in your home, to your home. This was due to this person. This was a part of some sort of spell work, some sort of chaos magic, something to alter or shift your mind, your mood, your flow, whatever it is. The sustainer in the reverse. Somebody is really upset that they cannot keep anything. It's like if they get anything, they can't keep it. Okay, is that all? The mentor. So you could be seen as some type of mentor with the tear at the bottom of the deck with the bridge in the reverse. Somebody's sad that they burnt the bridge that they can't remake. Okay, this bridge is so burnt it's not even funny. And that's what's going on here, the empty room. Now they're left alone. Now they're left feeling empty. Okay. Somebody has burnt a bridge. The dead end. Yep. This was the shapeshifter in the reverse. This person can no longer hide, no longer switch up, no longer no, you've been seen. And this was the shapeshifter in the reverse. This person can no longer hide, no longer switch up, no longer no, you've been seen. And this is time trying to put this collective in a box. Okay? This is the end. The dead end. Okay? So that's why Spirit had me pull this deck out, because somebody was most definitely doing something to, it's like poking the bear, energetically poking the bear. Somebody tried to drop something in your energetic field and fuck your whole shit up, and that just backfired really fucking bad. Okay, that just backfired really goddamn bad. Somebody did not see this shit coming. I don't know who the fuck is attacking this collective as if they walk around with no type of serious protection on them. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand people who just get up and feel the need to go cook some shit up in their kitchen or put some shit on their altar and not even do the research that you need to do before you put somebody on your altar and that bitch break the fuck down because the ancestors there knocking all that shit over. You should stop putting people on your altar and you don't do the spiritual research on them. That's what you should do. The smoky mirror. So this is what's being cleared up. This is what's being illuminated right now. Okay? This is what's being brought to light. Somebody tried to sever you from your higher self. Okay, the vision quest. So somebody wanted to stop you from making or elevating in your journey or your mission. This vision quest here. This is, you see this liberation, this freedom that's coming from this spirit, this being of the light. They don't like that. They don't like that. It's because these people don't have access. It's because these people don't have access to the divine. Okay? The journey. Somebody does not, they're not walking their path. And so to see somebody else, your light irritates somebody's demons. To make a long story short. Thank you for the rose, Derek. Your light irritates somebody's demons. And it's as simple as that. The rattle and the reverse. This shapeshifter thought they could, throw something at you and it'll make you shake and fold and fall and fumble. And the whole time you didn't even shake. It didn't rattle. It didn't move. Nothing really happened besides a backfire for this person. They became the joke. Okay? Soul retrieval. Because see, you have access to your higher self. You have access to wisdom and knowledge beyond your years, beyond earthly matters. Okay? The wind. Okay. So something's coming in, some sort of change. Also, if you don't know, spell work comes in and goes out with the wind. Okay? Good or bad. Taming the wind. Okay, so somebody didn't think you had the capability to tame the wind. And you did. You do. You do. You have many paths. There's not one you have to choose from. You have many paths that you can choose. Okay? The eagle. You look at things from a bird's eye view, okay? Everything doesn't have to be up close for you to see exactly what it is. It doesn't have to be so much about you. I'll say it like that. Because when you're looking at things from a much bigger perspective, you're looking at it from a perspective that is less of just you, right? And that's what its energy is. And that's what you had to do in order to tame this wind, okay? To control your emotions, your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit, okay? Things that people like to attack with spell work. And that is why this is not working. Excuse me, confirmation. That is why this is not working. Your perspective is so elevated compared to these people. Their mind is not there. That is why this is not working. Okay. We have the moon here. So this gives me, I don't know if there was like a recent full moon that happened. I think maybe it was. Either way, there's something about the moon cycles here, whether if you're using those cycles to heal or if you're using those cycles to be a jackass. Up to you, Jaguar. Okay, somebody didn't expect you to have a bite back. They didn't expect you. They thought that you was just going to succumb to whatever this was. They didn't expect that bite. Okay? The owl in the reverse. These people weren't wise with the decisions that they made. They just chose to do things out of desperation, out of fear. This is all low vibrational things, okay? And that's another reason why this perspective can never top this perspective. Let's be honest. Because even if you have the correct wisdom, you still have to have the right perspective. which they didn't even have the correct wisdom, let alone the right perspective, the arrow, to throw this energetic shot at you. So this was just another energetic trap that somebody tried to set for you, to cause some sort of chaos, some sort of friction, to throw you off balance. And again, shit turned around. So it saw you and it was like, oops. With a straight bag. The sun. Okay, that's what's been illuminated. And that's just the truth. There's not really much you can say about that. The serpent in the reverse. Somebody cannot slither around in or around your energy without being seen. It's like this person tries to do things anonymously, and then every time they do it, they get exposed. And it's like, oh shit. Oh shit. We have the luminous warrior here in the ghost dance. So spirit sees you as somebody who is worthy of challenges, worthy of overcoming, worthy of fighting, okay? And this person did not see that fight in you. And they also didn't see your ancestors backing you up with this ghost dance here. They didn't see the communion, the communication between the two of you. And if they did, they didn't respect it. They did not respect this. Water. So, water element here is significant. You could be of water sign. You could have water in your birth chart somewhere, a beautiful way. Here is this lotus flower energy. Even if you don't have water in your chart, you could use water in your rituals. So manifestation rituals or cleaning rituals, cleansing rituals, however you do, you could use water. Water is significant. Okay, the blade in the reverse. Somebody tried to throw something in your energetic field, and it's like, especially if you're a water sign, it's like I said, throwing a pebble in the water and wanted to cause this ripple effect. And this was supposed to be a shot, some sort of betrayal. Okay, the circle here. This could have even been a group of people against one person with the shaman here. So there's a level of mastery to you in your spiritual awakening. Your spiritual development. The witness in the reverse. Somebody really thought that they were not being seen as they did this. The sacrifice. Yeah, child. They tried to sacrifice you, or more to say, to get you to sacrifice yourself. That's what this energetic trap was about. You were supposed to fall in alignment to something that would get you to self-sacrifice, and that just didn't happen. Because they're not very smart, are they? Wow. They're not very smart now, are they? Confirmation. Okay, we're gonna do some ancestor. My ancestor deck tarot. Let's see if there's anything else that needs to be said here. And it says, trust that you have all that you need. Free spirit. I will honor you. So your ancestors are letting you know they are and will honor you. 10 of baskets at the bottom of the deck. Family. Done playing games. So now somebody's done playing games, okay? Because you're on point. That's how that's going right now. So now somebody want to throw the towel in because they can see that you're not the problem here. They are the problem here, okay? You understand that this was it was for the best. So we have the 3 of baskets, the 5 of baskets, and the 8 of knives. And it's about to be 333, so you could be seeing 333, or you could be seeing 444. Spirit is letting you know I trust you. Spirit is letting you know I trust you to make the right decisions. Okay? something significant about life insurance, but not just life insurance. The living benefits coverage. I just found out about this, y'all. People can get living benefits coverage over life insurance, and I think you can like withdraw money from it or some shit like that. So yeah, there's something significant about that. Okay, I just recently found out about that shit. It's like, whoa, niggas is taking money from. Okay. Okay. It threw me. I was like, nah. No fucking way. It's crazy work. I thought, you have to pass away to get access to the money from life insurance. But apparently, like, there's something called living benefits coverage, and you can access the money from it that way. Thank you for the follow. So 3 of baskets. So it says parties, reunion, good fortune, hobbies, plenty renewed health, collaborations, spending time with friends and team members. Okay? Something significant about collaborations here with this 3 of baskets. So there's some sort of collaboration happening or getting ready to happen with team players, with people who are worthy of partnering up with. We have 5 of baskets. It says moving on, finally forgiving yourself, renewed hope, seeking help for emotional problems, recovery, feeling alive again, and letting go of grief and sorrow or disappointment. So there could have been some sort of grief or sorrow or disappointment pertaining to past connections or collaborations in the past, and so that's something that's being like washed away, that's being healed at this time with the 8 of Knives here. So the hesitation is starting to go away when it pertains to like collaborating with other people. So you're listening to your intuition more this time around. So believing in yourself again, empowered thinking, the removal of obstacles, confirmation, obstacles being removed. Escape from bondage, equitable, being productive, a much needed rest, a much needed release, ceasing to be your own worst enemy, liberating oneself from a victim mentality, renewed hope, and finding a way out of a predicament, right? So that's what this mini paths energy is here. Finding different ways out of certain predicaments, right? Escaping from bondage, being productive, much needed release. I'm seeing all good things for this collective energy, if we're being honest. I mean, other than the fact that somebody tried to take an energetic shot at you and they failed fucking miserably. So this must have happened like today. Grandchildren at the bottom of the deck, so the star card is at the bottom of the deck, so you're coming up in star energy. Again, all good energy. Nothing's wrong here. The only thing that was wrong was what was seen in the spirit, which was this attack. Your ancestors saw 3 of sticks, so more collaboration energy. And then the 10 of sticks in the reverse. So what's going on with that? Let's see. 102. So it says improve finances, travel, exploration, becoming a leader, seeing the bigger picture, embarking on a quest. What did we just see earlier? Vision quest. So you're fulfilling vision quest. Okay. And it says visionary, power moves, reaping the reward from hard work and receiving potentially game-changing advice. And so look, it just seems to me that collective is right where they need to be when they need to be there. However, we do have this 10 of 6 energy in the reverse, so let's see what all of this is about. I do not feel like this is your energy, especially with you coming up in the star energy, star card at the bottom of the deck with these 4 cards here. I do not believe this is your energy, but let's see. I don't. Okay, so it says stress, and this is not you. This is not this energy. This is somebody else in your energy, or this person who tried to attack you. Or it doesn't have to be this person, but there's somebody else in your energy who's feeling stress, burden, overworking, reaching the breaking point, having too many responsibilities, the inability to say no, swimming against the tide, cruel supervisors, hard times, struggling to make ends meet, a matrix complex, workaholism, crushing debt, explorative labor, a life filled with nothing but obligations and people who always put others' feelings before their own. And so, of course, when you're living in misery like this, misery loves company. So this is the reason why this person is attacking you. They want to be you. They want you to be their company in this misery. And this is what you call like a true bona fide hater. Because this person isn't upset that you did something to them. This person is upset that you're happy. You're living your life, you're flourishing, you're receiving what's owed to you, and they're miserable. They're literally only upset about their life and they're taking it out on you. They're upset about their life and they're taking it out on you. 5 of Knives in the reverse. I mean, what a miserable way to live. I mean, people do it every day, but to go as far as the extent of sending spell work to somebody, so this is either paid for or you still paid for the tools to use to do this spell work. Either way, you invested in this dumbass shit because you were miserable. Okay? Miserable and bored. Let me not forget. The fuck? Because if you weren't bored, you wouldn't even know what the fuck was going on in somebody else's life to be that miserable about that. About the fact that they're happy and living their life. Honestly, you have to be miserable and bored. Your misery can't be eating you that bad. So it says manipulation. What is this? An energetic trap is what? Energy manipulation. Okay. Manipulation, revenge, betrayal, exploration, one-upmanship. Somebody's miserable, and feeling the need to prove a point with this one-upmanship, losing face, defeat, intrigue, rudeness, deceit, troublemakers, conflict, surrender, letting the ends justify the means, illegal gains, liars, humiliation. What did I just say? This person just became the joke, right? Humiliation, self-sabotage. What do they want for you? Self-sabotage. When something backfires, what happens? They're going to self-sabotage. That's how a backfire works. What you want for somebody else, the seed that you sowed for somebody else is coming straight back to you, and you're getting ready to reap that self-sabotage, that hatred, that manipulation, the lies, the deceit, all of it. Okay? Negative energy, degradation, malice, rumors, haters, possessiveness, hidden enemies, hurt feelings, intimidation, frenemies, and ignoring warnings. I mean, there's really no need for me to go much further into this energy. We already elaborated on this person and their miserable behavior. A collective is getting what they need to get done. I don't see anything further to elaborate on when it comes to this, so let me grab my I guess we can pull a couple of these. We'll see what comes out of here, and then my affirmations deck. So we're closing out because, yeah, I mean, let's just be real. Somebody's miserable and wants some company, and whatever trap they set for you left them lonely once again because you're not coming to join the misery club. And that's just how that's going. We're just not joining the misery club over here, so it is what it is. Ace, definitely something significant about Ace. Y'all, I accidentally wrote this. Don't know how, don't ask me how, but I accidentally wrote this. So somebody's name could be Ace. Something is significant about Ace. And then we have crystal clear here. And then it says you are wealthy. So even if you do not perceive yourself to be wealthy in 3D, you are wealthy, even in spirit. So you need to acknowledge that, and you need to affirm that for yourself. Be crystal clear on that fact so that you can continue to attract that high vibrational energy to you. Money flows to you unlimitedly. Okay, there's no limits to the amount of money to flow to you. Don't put limits on that type of thing. Okay, like people always say, God's bank account is infinite. So why would you put a limit on what you can receive from the Most High, right? Grateful for the small things. We have grateful for the small things here. It says relearning to trust yourself and your choices. So you're out here relearning to trust yourself and your choices. Okay, and that's going very well for you. Something is significant about this life insurance, y'all. I can't make this shit up. The first in your bloodline. So something about you being the first in your bloodline to accomplish something, to do something. Okay. Bodies. Something is significant about bodies. It says intentional actions, helping one another in the reverse, free mind in the reverse. We're not tapping into their energy. It says growth and resources. So you're receiving growth and resources here. Grateful for the small things. Okay, let's get some affirmations. This father energy just keeps coming up. I think that somebody should be very wary of their father, or just a father figure. It could be a stepdad, a baby's dad, whatever, however this father shows up for you. But you need to be very aware of this person who's miserable and looking for company and willing to fuck up whatever you have going on just to have some company in their misery, okay? I mean, it's not working, obviously. You're too high vibrational, but I feel like maybe somebody could have been blaming themselves about something that's happening around them. It's like somebody is trying to throw you off. So I think that needs to be acknowledged. It's like it's okay to feel your feelings, but don't stay there, kind of thing. Because then when you stay there, you fall into alignment to this energetic trap, right? You feel them, you feel your feelings, you accept them, and then you release them, and then you move forward with healing them. Okay? You take action to heal these things, like trust. I trust that everything will be okay in the end, partly because I simply know it in my gut, but also because it's way more fun to live and trust with confidence than to be a defensive leaner. Look, you see how he's walking on this tightrope, and then all of these sharks are biting at him, and they just look calm and peaceful, and they're just walking on their merry way. That's you, and that's these people who are miserable, looking for some company, looking for a bite. Let me just give me a little piece. No, bitch. No. No. Your ancestors are like, no. As a matter of fact, put the blindfold on so you can't even see them. Playfulness. So it says, I am playful. I am a playful participant in life, and I always have the option to make something a fun game rather than a heavy burden. Mary Poppins put sugar in the medicine for a reason. That lady really knows how to party. Okay. So somebody's learned to see the brighter side of things. Rather than focusing on the negative. Like, yes, somebody is sending you energetic traps, and you do need to be doing your cleanses and also your prayers and things like that. But at the same time, it's just that. It's just that. Today I am grateful for all of the little things, even when the big things suck. There are always plenty of little things that I can be at least a little grateful for, like hot showers and music, and the fun fact that humans invented an internet, and I'm allowed to use it whenever I want to. Using fingers and thumbs to do whatever I think them to do at any given moment. Showing gratitude. Living in this energy of joy and playfulness, and trusting that the universe is guiding you. Universe. I mean, I don't normally say that, but it's true. I mean, the universe, God, and your angels and ancestors. So somebody here usually refers to God or just divinity, period, as the universe. I feel like that's why I said it that way. But yes. Today I'm grateful for all of the little things. So there's gratitude here. There's playfulness, there's joy, there's trust in the divine and the process. Okay, trusting yourself, relearning to trust in yourself. Follow your heart. I'm always rewarded when I follow my heart. I trust that the GPS in my heart knows all the best routes, and when it seems like it's taking too long to get where I want, I know that's because there's some cool, weird stuff to see along the way. So again, somebody's following their heart, but also at the same time trusting that the divine is leading them and guiding them with every intuitive nudge, intuitive step that they take, as well as knowing that this is a process, this is a journey. So there's experiences that you have to have, there's experiences that you have to take, there's experiences that you have to go through in order to understand your journey, period, or understand the divine, period. There's just things that on the way you're being asked to stop and reflect and take in and absorb and learn, okay? And that's what this follow your heart energy is about, because you're right where you need to be. That's what I keep hearing. You're right where you need to be. It says friendliness and options. Whoa. Okay. Whenever I smile, I make someone's day better. What a cool way to buy happiness for free. Today I will remember what an awesome power I hold and take joy in improving lives simply by giving away grins like crazy. Smile. Smile. Okay? As I open to the abundant possibilities of my life's path, I am reminded that I always have unlimited options. Life is a buffet, and I allow myself to choose whatever makes me happiest without limiting thoughts. Like, I'm gonna put whatever I want on my ice cream. They got shrimp on their ice cream, child. I don't know about all that, but I'm gonna put whatever I want on my ice cream. You got options, okay? That's what this mini paths is about. So giving gratitude for all of the options that you have, having joy for just being able to smile and light up somebody else's day just by smiling, following your heart, and trusting that the divine is leading you and guiding you where you need to go. Inspiration, you're feeling inspired. There's a voice of inspiration within me right now. It's only a whisper, but the more I listen, the louder it will get. Soon it will be a flawless speech voiced by James Earl Jones through a megaphone with lots of applause. Okay? And my last card to come out here was communication. Wonder how that other person's feeling. Ask them. Wish they knew who you were. Wish they knew how you were feeling, question mark. Tell them. You've just been drafted into the communication army, where there is a strict do ask, do tell policy. Speak with kindness and gentleness and reach an understanding. If you don't, assumptions will make asses of everyone, including the person who came up with the forcism. So if you're being guided or you're feeling intuitively nudged to communicate with someone, to speak on some things that you are intrigued or interested in knowing about, confirmation is within your best interest to just reach out, to communicate, because you're going to make an ass of yourself sitting there continuing to make assumptions. I get that we have intuitive nudges, but at the same time, you'll never know what it truly is until you walk up to it, touch it, feel it, see it, speak to it. So you're being asked to communicate. Okay? You're being asked to step out of your shell and engage. Okay? Engagement. Today I make the conscious choice to engage with the world in an active way. I'll take a new route and talk to strangers. I will smell flowers and pet dogs. Maybe walk around barefoot for a while. If I'm not inside of a 7-Eleven, at the very least, I'll have a day that's slightly more interesting than average. And at the most, I'll have a startling epiphany or make a friend who will change my life forever. So you are being asked to communicate. You are being asked to try new things, do new things, and this is spirit asking somebody to be a bit more spontaneous, especially if you're wondering and you're wanting to communicate. You're being led, basically intuitively led to speak up, to speak out, to reach out, to communicate. Okay? I wasn't even going to pull another card, but that engagement card was the energy that I was getting from this inspiration card. I mean, this communication card, right? Okay, so that was the message. I am Intuitive Light Seer J, and this is a safe space for you to heal. If you have any further questions, or you want a personal, you want to do a question, you can just reach out to me in my direct messages. And even if you were not able to share our comment today, I'm glad that you were here at the very least to take in this message. Whatever you do, I ask that you take this message back to prayer, okay? And I hope that you all have a beautiful day, because my goal here is to help you identify what it is you need or want to heal within yourself, or to acknowledge within yourself, okay? To acknowledge within your circumstances, to acknowledge within your environments, to acknowledge, period, okay? We're here to acknowledge and to either adjust, heal, rectify, or to show gratitude, grace, and thanks. So, what was I going to say? There's one more thing I wanted to say. I said take it back to prayer, right? Yeah. So, I forgot the last part that I wanted to say, but I hope you all have a beautiful day. Okay? Thank you for being here. Bye.